United States was never the plan. Like, the plan was actually UK. That was the plan. The plan was to move to the UK. The plan was to jack back to UK. Hey guys, story time. So today I'm going to be giving you guys all the tea on why I actually moved to the US. Because a lot of people, they've been asking me like, why did you move to the US? Like, how long have you been to the US? So today I'm going to be telling you guys my story. So, I moved into the US 2014. So this year is going to make it 11 years. I jackpot to the US. For my non-Nigerian friends, jackpot basically means, migrating to another country. Sometimes in 2011, 2012, something really funny happened in Nigeria in the education space. Honestly, it's really not funny because as at then, it wasn't funny. So, ASU strike happened and it was a really, really long strike. When I say long, it was long. Like, I knew some people then that when the strike happened, they were pregnant and they had their baby in the strike. Like, during that duration, to tell you how long the strike was. So, students were frustrated. Some people, had to learn new skills, new trade. Like, it was, some people actually, like, changed unis. Like, they moved into a private university because, in Nigeria, unis is divided into three. So we have the private unis, the federal and the state. So the ASU strike did not affect those in private unis. So it basically affected, those in state and federal unis then. So some people, they moved into a private university. Some people, like, student really wanted a way out. So at that time, like, I wasn't really, caught out with what was going on. And then, I told my parents, like, mommy and daddy, I think I want to travel. I want to, go to the UK, to further my studies. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. So, so I reached out to, a traveling agency. They help with like student visas, UK, US, and Canada at the time. I don't even know if they're even existing anymore. So yeah, that aside. So to cut the long story short, I got an admission into, I think, University of Glamorgan. Yeah, somewhere in Wales, I think. So yeah, we were able to pay the 25% tuition deposit. They sent all my paperwork and everything, and then applied for the visa. And as at then, it was student visa processing was about 2 weeks. I'm really not sure about now, but as at then it was like 2 weeks. So unfortunately, I didn't get the visa, and it was for like a really, really, like, something really trivial. It was something very small. I didn't get the visa, and the agency were like, I should, apply, make an appeal, like, apply again, and by then maybe they will like approve the visa. But I was just like, you know what, that's fine, that's okay. Maybe UK was, never meant to be. So at that time, I always loved the US, but you know that fear, that myth of, oh, when you apply for US, they don't give student visas on time. Like, it's really hard to get into US and stuff like that. So I had that fear in me. But after that UK thing happened, after the denial, and I was just like, you know what, US, let's go for it. So I applied. It was really fast. I got admission. It was so fast. I paid for my service, paid for my I-20, and before you know it, I went for my visa interview, and lo and behold, I got the visa. Like, easy peasy, like, no stress. I was asked just two questions, and everything was just, it was perfect. So that was how I landed in the US On I think July 17th of 2014, I landed in the US, and the rest has been history. And honestly, back then, the reason why I actually wanted to go to the UK was because of how close it is, how close US is, I'm sorry, how close the UK is to Nigeria. Because then I was young and I didn't want to leave my parents, I'm this, daddy's girl. I'm the last born. So I didn't want to, go that far to the US, because I was just like, you know what? I want to go to the UK, and then I'll be going back to Nigeria maybe every six months or every 1 year. Boy, was I wrong. So yeah, I moved basically now to answer the question why I moved to the US is to further my education. So yeah, if you have more questions for me, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel just to encourage me. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.